around changing locations and shit. Man, into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I made. Sacrificing time for this shit, man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I...
Yeah, it's goddess. And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running, what you thought we bleed that? It's only one team over here, that's Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out. They don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC4L.
31 teams in the NFL. His system is designed to stop 25 teams.
Shit, I need a linebacker that's over 200 pounds. I need a defensive tackle that you got to pull away from the buffet. He's gone, so no.
Let's talk about that.
But yeah, this a large part. This a large part of your
I gotta
team.
make this point because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it until you mentioned it. So I gotta get this off before it flees me, and the nation needs to hear this.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny DeMoore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. And to my right, usually I have the evil country nigga with me on shows, but we got West Coast of me right now in the building with us, man. The Kanye West of this. Hey, listen, we might have to switch people that West is, because Kanye been on one recently. But the Kanye West of this Dallas Cowboys content. But salute to my brother West Coast. How you living, man?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Living good, man. God is blessing, and I'm standing with my hands open, receiving.
Man, what are we eating over there, man? What looks sort of all right. What we eating?
Bro, today's meal of the day is chicken enchilada.
Ah, see.
Yes, you know I am lactose intolerant, but you know what they say? You only live once. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, shit. So listen, I understand if West can't hang around after the show to talk. I understand why.
After the show, nigga, I may not make it through the show. Hell, you mean? I'm real lactose, man. I'm like real lactose. I got something to fill my dog up under.
Oh man, but yeah, dog.
Don't take that sweater off.
On the way in though, man. I need y'all know the proper procedures, man. Hit the like button, hit the share if you care, hit the cash apps, cause half the time we gonna cut somebody out on the show. West gonna tell somebody to slap themselves. We probably ain't gonna get no real ad revenue off of this. So if you got love for Henny, you got love for West Coast, please hit those cash apps, man. Mine is $ Henny DeMoore. West is $ JJ TJ KJ. So show some love to your independent content creators, man, because Lord knows we ain't too proud to beg.
Yeah, we barely making profit around this month.
Barely. And hey, you know
Like,
Wes is gonna go out to training camp this year, man. So y'all make sure y'all hit Wes Cash App, man. You know he gonna go out there, bring y'all exclusive content. When they try and lie and say Jada and Blue going crazy, Wes gonna be like, no, the hell he wasn't. You know, so make sure y'all help West
I
Coast get
hope he
out there to
is.
training camp, man.
I hope he is.
And we all hope that they succeed now. Don't get me wrong. We want all these folks to succeed. It's just sometimes they don't. And, you know, and listen, this is really the time of year. This ain't part of the show, but it needs to be said. It needs to be said. Stop putting unrealistic expectations on rookies. Stop putting unrealistic expectations on players that have never played a snap of NFL football. Because these running backs, right? And listen, we didn't even get no first round pick running back. We didn't get no second round pick running back. We didn't get no third round pick running back. All the running backs that we drafted are from the 5th round back. We got a 5th round pick and a 7th round pick. Don't expect them to come in here and run for 1,500 yards year one. Like, it's not really realistic. I know Bucky Irvin did it last year. He came in, late round pick running back, and he went crazy. Bucky Irvin was something extra that they found. They already had Rashad White over there. You know, him performing over expectation, that wasn't even a thing. They didn't expect to get that from Bucky Irvin. Right? Sometimes stuff like that happens, but that cannot be your game plan. That cannot be your solution to fixing your running back room. If somebody pops off that you want to expect them to play well, cool. You know, that's like finding money in your sofa cushion. You know, it's cool, but that ain't the shit that you were gonna pay your bill with. That's just extra
Right.
stuff that you found, man. So don't put these godly expectations on no rookie players. This is in West Coast words, man. This is baby nut hugger season. Now, am I saying they ain't gonna make no plays at all? They ain't ever gonna find the end zone. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm just saying have realistic expectations for the players that you draft. If you want to have, you know, lofty expectations for Tyler Booker because he was a 12th overall pick, cool. Just don't have the same expectations for Tyler Booker as you have for Phil Maffa. Phil Maffa just need to make the team. That's what you do as a 7th round pick. Your biggest goal is just to make the team, and you know, hopefully you can get in garbage time and make a play here and there. But we gotta stop acting like, oh man, Jadon Blue, he's Jameer Gibbs, man. He gonna go for 1,400 yards this season, man. Oh man, you know Phil Maffa, oh shit, dog. He gonna get about 12 touchdowns. Stop it. Be realistic with the shit that you talking about when you evaluating late round rookies, man. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, man. And, you know, it's not also fair to the rookie, man, for you to put those type of expectations on a guy who's never even played in the NFL. Like, and then do you want to, like, if you were his parent, you would be saying what I'm saying right now. Don't do that to my son, man. Like, bro, at least give my son the opportunity to get in the NFL and be like, damn, this is the NFL. Like, oh my God, let me touch it. Oh, it's actually real. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't even no, he can't even. That's a lot to ask. Like the only people that you can ask those expectations from are like top 10 picks. You can't even ask from like the 17th overall pick. You can't even ask that for the 17th because 17 means there were 16 people better than you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Draft.
So you really can't even ask that from that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So it's like and then at a specialty position, like a running back position, that means you're good, bro. That means you're good. That means you're good. You know what I'm saying? The only guys that you can expect that from is Austin Gentry and the dude that went to the Chargers.
Yep, they were the
That's
only
it.
2 first-round picks. The only 2. He said, "I knew."
Anybody else? And I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna keep it real. Even then, I would think that would be like it's not fair. It's even then with those guys, it's not fair.
But they still ain't played.
You know what I'm saying?
They ain't never
Because they
been
still
in
ain't
the NFL
played.
before.
Yeah, you can expect it from them, but you can't then like hold it against them when they don't do it. Like that's the issue. Like, yeah, you can praise them for doing it if they do it, but you can't like hold against it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird because when you get picked that high, the expectations come with it because you know when you get picked that high, they think you're a franchise changing player. And that's not always the truth. And listen, you might be a franchise-changing player. It don't mean you're gonna be a franchise-changing player year one. Like
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this
you might hit the
also,
ground running year two.
and I'm gonna tell you there's only like certain positions that you can change a franchise. Like a guard is not changing your franchise, bro.
It shouldn't. If a guard change your franchise, what the hell was you doing?
A guard is the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns had this guy named Joe Thomas. Joe
Oh, Hall
Thomas
of
was
Famer.
arguably part Hall of Fame and one of the best tackles to ever touch a football field. And guess what? Most of you guys have never heard of him before.
It's like these niggas in the chat about like who? Joe.
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
All
He's a
pro
first
after
ballot Hall
all
of Famer.
Pro Bowl after Pro Bowl.
Like, he had like 11. He had 11 in a row, bruh.
And they didn't win. They barely won.
Not one.
I think he was there during like that 1-15 season or something. It was crazy.
Bro, there was a time, listen to me. There was a time I was reading this thing. There was a time for like 6 years in his career where he had a new quarterback every single year for like 6 years.
So he played from 2007 to 2017. He made
That's 10 years, bro.
He made 8 All-Pro teams.
Think about this. Listen to me. If you guys think Tyron Smith is a first round ballot, this dude was better than Tyron Smith. You just didn't hear about him.
Because he played for the
You
Browns.
just didn't hear about him. But he was for sure better than he's one of the best tackles to ever play football. Ever. Tyron Smith is one of the best tackles to play for the Cowboys. Joe Thomas was one of the best to ever do it, period. Bro, he was only in the league 10 years. He was an all-pro. That means there was nobody better than him 8 of those years.
He was a monster, man.
Bro, I really don't think anybody at any position has been that dominant in their career. At any position.
Yeah, 8
10 out of 8 years. 8 all. Who even has 8 all-pro selections, bro?
That's hard. Let me see. Cause we brought out Tyron Smith. Let's see how many he got. Just for reference.
Tyron was hurt so often, bro, that you would think that he didn't have too many.
He has a lot. He just don't have that many. Yeah, you see, Tyron got 5. He got 5 All-Pros. He got 2 first team, 3 second teams. For reference, Joe Thomas has 6 first team and 2 second team.
So basically, 6 years, he was way better, bro. Think about this. That means 6 years out of the 10 years he was in the league, everybody said he is the best at his position, period.
Yeah, he that dude.
He was Zach Martin, bro. He was their Zach Martin.
Facts. And that is something I do want to touch on, though, man.
And nobody even know who he is because he played for the Browns.
He played for the Browns. So, that is something I do want to touch on, though, kinfolk, because I know we started off talking about the rookies, but what really can be the expectations for this offensive line this year? Like, we still got questions at the tackles. I know that Tyler Guyton looks good. He's gained weight, all the other stuff. We spent the first round pick on Tyler Booker. I almost called the boy Connor McGovern for some reason. Cooper Beebe, should be better this year after year 2. Didn't play bad as a rookie. So my thing is, what is your personal expectations? I know that they're selling us on the Great Wall of Tylers, as they're calling it. But what is your expectation for the offensive line this year? Because we talk about offensive line. What they going to do this year? Because that's really going to be the key on if we successful or not.
I mean, the math says that they should start peaking. You should start seeing some peaking because everybody on the offensive line has gotten better. I mean, has gotten older with experience. The only one that kind of makes me wonder is Tyler Guyton. You know what I'm saying? It was last year kind of like, I mean, man, that's what I hate about it too, man, is when you draft a kid in the first round, you automatically assume that he's supposed to play well. When he don't play well, then it's a weird situation for a rookie, man. So it's like, if he plays well this year, you can be like, okay, he was just a normal rookie. But if he don't play well this year, then people are gonna start looking weird.
Real shit though, and that is the concern because when you look and listen, I'm not saying that Zach Martin wasn't declining, but it was obvious, that your tackles were your weakest link on that offensive line. Because you looked better when Zach Martin was replaced with Brock Hoffman. Like your interior played better. Your tackles struggled all year. Terrence Steele gave up a bunch of sacks. Tyler Guyton got benched, got hurt, got benched, gave up pressures, committed penalties. So theoretically, the only place to go is up because they were so bad last year. But theoretically, you could also be the same. You could also be right back at square one coming back into the season. You didn't get no better or worse. You could have a repeat. So that's the scary thing you don't know about it too. Because if you believe in the Dallas Cowboys track record of picking offensive linemen, we have Flozell Adams, he worked out. We got Tyron Smith, he worked out. Zach Martin. What was the guard? Garado, how you say that boy name? Andre Garado. He ended up being an All-Pro.
Andre Gerard.
Yeah. How you say the young man name? He's not really young. He's like 40 something now. But point being, like Dallas Cowboys done had like success, finding offensive linemen. You would think with the track record that you might be okay, but you can't always just judge on what you did in the past. Like this new scouts, new coaching staff, new scheme. Like there's a lot of unknowns. Like I always like to try and look on the bright side. Like, hey, like this guy that we have the expectations for is going to pan out, and that's going to be something that we ain't got to worry about. It don't always work like that, unfortunately, dog. It just don't.
And then I think sometimes you're not supposed to be even putting this much hope in stuff. Like you have 4 wheels on the tire on a car. One has a nail in it. The other one has a bubble in it. The other one's pretty good. And the other one is warped a little bit. Now, Natural Man says, why are you going to try to drive with any of those tires on there? You got 3 bad tires, 1 good one. You know what I'm saying? Go fix the tires so you can guarantee what you're going to play, that you can do it well, right? The Cowboys are going to try to patch that. They're going to try to patch that freaking, the one with the nail in it. They're going to just patch that up. You know what I'm saying? That's going to cost them $8. The one that's warped, they're going to see if the dude can put a little weight on it to counterbalance it so it'll stay on there, stay moving. And then the one that was other messed up, they just going to try to drive. Yeah, the one with the bubble, they're going to just try to just not drive on the left as much. You know what I'm saying? They try to compensate for the things instead of just like flat out just fixing them, sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, most teams wouldn't go at it this way, I don't think, you know what I'm saying? But the Cowboys have chosen to do it this way. And the only thing that kind of puts a little hesitation in my mind right now is because the last time we did this, where we revamped the whole entire offensive line, you still had the coaching staff in place. Now you have a brand new offensive line, basically, and a brand new coaching staff. So it's like you're hoping that both ends of this magical equation work out for you. And I mean, a lot of times you'd be happy if you get a 50-50 split, but to hope they get both, you have both of the coaches worked out good and the players we picked worked out good. Like, damn, that's you asking a lot. You know what I'm saying? And like Henny said, all it really takes is for one situation. It ain't even got to be nothing abnormal. It could just be a guy just wasn't as good as we thought he was going to be. Like that doesn't happen every day in the NFL. Like the way the Cowboys play it, every chance or risk we take has to work. It has to work because they be preparing for it as if it's not a risk, as if this is a fact we know. It's not a fact that we know. We don't know that.
Yeah, real shit though. Because like you said, just because we had expectations on folks don't mean they work out. Matter of fact, the Dallas Cowboys got a bunch of players we spent premium picks on. And when I say premium picks, top 100 for me. Like for me, top 100. Did Tristan Hill work out for the Dallas Cowboys? Kelvin Joseph, 2nd round pick, did he work out for the Dallas Cowboys? Right? Who else was a 1st round pick? A top 100 pick. You could say Jalen Tolbert hasn't lived up to what the Dallas Cowboys sold you on him to be. Like he's a regular 3rd round pick. They sold you on him being wide receiver 2. When they drafted him. That's what they pushed for you. Like he gonna be wide receiver 2, and he's probably wide receiver 3 or 4 at this moment in time. So when you talk about guys not living up to the expectation the Cowboys have put on them, there's plenty. There are plenty.
Yeah, but they make room for the guys that don't make the expectation that they put it on. Like if they overgassed you and you don't end up being that dude, they'd be like, oh, it's all good. It's not that you suck. It's just that we didn't know you sucked. So we'll give you another chance. Right. You know what I'm saying? Then they
Taco
have guys.
Charlton.
Yeah, then they have guys that they be like saying that's like, they don't. I mean, this the thing, man. Like this is just a whole nother conversation, right? Like today, man. Like something that irritated me, like J.R. Alexander. Guess where he's going to? The team I told y'all he was going to go to, the Baltimore Ravens. We did a show. We did, and I got the video too. I could send you the video right now. We have a video where it literally said, man, I'm gonna send this video. Hold up, I'm sending it to you. Hold on.
Do that.
Let me see. Hold on, you keep talking for a minute because I just got it right now. Hold up.
Go ahead. Yeah, there's a lot of folks. When we talk about Taco Charlton, who else did they try to sell us on that didn't work out, man? Cause there's a long list of folks. Oh, the linebacker. You remember the linebacker from LSU? What was the boy name? Not Damone Clark, cause he's still here. It's the one everybody was mad at me about because I said the nigga couldn't tackle, and his ass is like out the league right now. What was the boy name from LSU that couldn't tackle? That we had on the team, man. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Put in the chat box if you remember who I'm talking about. He said, bro, you always keep it trill about our Cowboys, man. Who you feel about the, new squad. This the thing. Van Der Esch, I usually try not to count. No, not Damone Clark, because Damone Clark's still here.
It wasn't Clark. It was
Because you know who I'm talking about, too.
Damone Clark. Yeah, it was
Shit, what's that boy name?
Was it the boy
Cox.
that made the play?
Jabril Cox or whatever the boy
There
name
you go.
is.
The boy that I was about to say. The boy.
Yeah, Jabril Cox.
You see the video? You get the video I sent you?
Well, you sent it to me, Ed.
Facebook.
Okay, hold on, let me pull it up. Oh shit, where cuz go? Let me see. Let me try to pull this up real quick, Wes. Hold on. Yeah, what's Jabril Cox, sorry ass? Hold on, let me log in so I can get it pulled up, cuz.
I love when people be like, West Coast, you always be wrong. I be like, when? Like, when? When? I'm open for it.
Let's see. Bear with me, cuz. Boom. Oh, shit the video. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me screen share it. Yo, what's up with you, man? Namhan Neal said, what's up, gent? Slapped up 60 Commodes fans before checking in, and happy belated Father's Day to you. Appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate it. All right, hold on. That's my boy right here.
Young corners, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore always takes older corners. They took Marcus Peters. They took Deion Sanders. They didn't took Baltimore and took everybody. I'm gonna tell you right. He's gonna end up in Baltimore. He's gonna end up a Baltimore Raven because Baltimore is the only team that values defense that much to pay it. They understand like veteran presence and veteran that attitude. He's two teams that come to mind that he's gonna be.
Yep. That's what Wes said. He said he'd take his ass over there, and he did just that. He said, nah, you be on point, West Coast. Cowboy, real talk, big dog. Yeah, cuz a lot of things, he don't be tripping. He don't be tripping a lot of times.
I'll just shout out. Said whatever happened to Jabril Cox? Nothing. He was never. Some of these players you was never even supposed to know about. Like Micah said, bro, you went to where? Wyoming?
Hey, he played for the Arlington Renegades this season.
That was the guy. Yeah, that was the guy I was saying was supposed to be the new Jalen.
UFL. He played.
It's crazy because all the players that they said was supposed to take Jalen Smith's spot, or most of them not even in the NFL, and he's playing in the NFL right now.
Yep, and it's crazy because Jabril Cox only 27 years old, and he already because he went from Dallas, went to the Commanders, was on the Minnesota Vikings practice squad, and then he ended up signing to the Arlington Renegades to play in the UFL this year. So that's what happens to Jabril Cox. He's out the league. Speaking of UFL, real quick, a nice little segue. Because we're going to talk about this shit. We're going to play a little game, man. We're going to call this shit respect it or check it. All the shit we gonna bring up, we gonna either respect it or we gonna check it on the spot. Dallas Cowboys took their happy asses out there and signed another UFL guy. They signed Perion Winfrey, a former fourth-round pick by the Cleveland Browns. Played for the Oklahoma Sooners. A 3-tech, 6'4", 290 pounds. He was all UFL this year. Forced 29 tackles and a sack, and he played for landlord sorry ass Birmingham Stallions. So we signed him. In a corresponding move, though, we cut one of the only one takes we have on the team in Justin Rogers, or a 7th-round pick from a couple years ago. So you got smaller and not necessarily better with the acquisition of Perion Winfrey. I'm not saying that he sucks. I'm just saying he played in the UFL. I'm not saying he sucks. And also, to be quite transparent, he pulled a gun on a woman and then got hurt. So he was under investigation for pulling a gun on a woman, got released by the Browns, signed with the Jets, got hurt while the investigation was going on, ended up out of the NFL. That's what happened to Perion Winfrey and why he had to go to the UFL to rehabilitate his image and then get a second opportunity to come to the NFL. So West Coast, you respect it, the move the Dallas Cowboys made, or you got to check that shit right now?
I mean, I respect the nigga with the gun, but we respect the shooter more than we respect anybody. So I'm curious to know why he had to pull a pistol. You 300-something pounds. I'm curious why you had to put a pistol on somebody. Keep it real. On a woman on that. So, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't get down like that. I don't know about that one, bro. I don't know about that one. On a female, bro. You had to pull a pistol on a female. But it's allegedly though. It's alleged because they ain't got no camera and they ain't got no audio, so she could be lying. These hoes be lying. But yeah, man. I mean, that's the only thing. I don't know any of these dudes, so I don't really have an opinion on them. I don't want to make an opinion based on something that he allegedly did. Because I'm the biggest hypocrite in the world where I don't really care what you did off the field as long as you can get it squared away by Sunday. Mm-hmm. Because, man, listen, y'all don't be knowing what I be doing Monday through Saturday, but I still get it squared away by Sunday, so I ain't going to judge them. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. I'm going to check it not because of what he did. I'm going to check it because there were other players. Because, listen, I'm with you. If you're going to bring somebody in, with character issues, I'm fine with that. Just make sure they're good. There was a better option to bring in that actually helped your team. We are trying to stop the motherfucking run. The Dallas Cowboys have been one of the worst run defenses in the National Football League for I don't know how many years, dog. Like it's been like half a decade they have not had a run defense in the top 15. That's why I got it right here. 31st in 2020, 16th in 2021, 22nd in 2022, 2023, you were 16, in 2024, you were 30th. So you've been a piss poor run defense for 5 years running. If you don't care about character issues, there's a boy by the name of Isaiah Buggs that played in the UFL, used to play for the Detroit Lions, used to play for the Kansas City Chiefs. He was on his Mike Vick shit, and he was dogfighting, and he allegedly beat up his old lady. Right back to back, and the Chiefs let him go. He went to the UFL to rehabilitate himself. He is a true one-tech. He's a run stopper, and he's a veteran that done played over 50 games in the NFL, over 20 starts, over 50 games played in the NFL. If you didn't give a fuck about people being a little ratchet in they downtime, you could have brought in him, and he would have actually improved your team, in my humble opinion. Because listen, Perion Winfrey could be good. He a 3-tech. You already got Osa. You invested and brought Solomon in, the former first-round pick. You actually, in my opinion, you good at 3-tech. You ain't good at 1-tech. Because I ain't tripping that they let Justin Rogers go. I'm tripping they let Justin Rogers go and they get no 1-tech to replace him. Because you already a little ass defense. You cut one of the bigger dudes you got. So now you got Mozzie Smith, and he ain't going to play all them damn snaps. He just ain't. This is not what you do with a 1-tech. You got to rotate him in and out. Then you got Denzel Jackson, who also ain't played. He ain't played no fucking football this year too, and he ain't getting no garbage time snaps. So who are your one takes on this team? You got like 2 of them. So that's why I gotta check that
You know what it
bullshit.
lets me know too, though? It lets me
You
know.
gotta
It
tweak
also lets
that.
me know. It also lets me know too that the Dallas Cowboys are going to be odd defensive line. That means you're going to have when they're doing stuff like that, they're meaning because listen to me. The only reason why you need a big old nasty black nigga with a beard or a big old corn-fed white boy.
You
Listen to
really
me.
is described
A
as
big
saying
old
Bugs.
corn-fed white boy named Luke with a big beardly beard who pushes corn. Listen to me. There's only 2 characteristics of stopping the run. I'm gonna give you both of them. Big old black nigga with a big old beard, grizzly looking motherfucker. Or you go get one of them all America, swing the little tutor little thing right there. His wife is gonna be 5'2". They like them little women, you know what I'm saying? And he might have a Trump hat on with a goddamn shirt, chop top shirt on. Hey, them 2 motherfuckers right there. Them is the 2 motherfuckers right there that will stop the run.
Oh, facts.
For sure. One gonna be stopping it for black power and the other one gonna be stopping him. You know what I'm saying? Those are mindset. And guess what? You know what that lets me know? When I see the Cowboys not going with those types of people, it lets me know that they're gonna be valued. They feel that stopping the run is not gonna stop them from going where they gotta go. But getting to the quarterback is. I'm just being honest with you. Because if you look at this defensive line right now, the defensive line's priority and what they're going to be able to do best, honestly, is get to the quarterback.
Evil Flus is on record saying that the 3
One thing about this Dallas Cowboys offensive line, they're going to be able to get to. Be honest with you, if they didn't value, because I'm going to tell you this right here, right? I love me some Osei Odigizua, right? But how did you sign him to a mega contract and you're running to get your ability to stop the run didn't improve? You want to know why?
He gets at the quarterback. He gets sacks and pressures.
Because he wasn't helping you in that. He gets after the quarterback. You signed him to get after the quarterback. Zora in that aspect. Because they didn't pay him for that. The defensive tackle that sacked the quarterback. So honestly, I think
that's a commodity.
Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna ask you this, Cuzzo. Because see, last year we do got to stop the run this year because we played Saquon twice. We played Gentry once.
Yep, you play.
Who else we played? Last year we played every running back we was supposed to sign and every running back we was supposed to draft. It was ridiculous last year. Last year was just not fair. Who's who of every running back we played last year? And the ones that we didn't play were on our team. The only person we couldn't play was Zeke, and he was on our team. But you played everybody else.
I was finna say you play a lot this year because you said Genty. You also play Josh Jacobs. You play Omarion Hampton. You play J.K. Dobbins when you take your ass up there to play the Denver.
Didn't we play both rookies?
Yeah, you play both rookies. You play the Chargers. Remember, they both went to the same division.
We played the Chargers, and we played the Chargers in Dallas.
Shit, I don't know. Let me go look. I forget.
We have to because I don't think we got a LA game this year.
Versus Los Angeles Chargers.
I'm sorry. Are you gonna let the man spam in talking this whole motherfucking boom bam boo? But I'm gonna shut up though because I don't want Tyrone Scott to not listen. Let me not think I'm being talking too much.
Nah, but yeah, you're right. They come to Dallas, so that ain't no West Coast game. There's gonna be a home game. But yeah, for real though.
But bro, so they're gonna have Hampton on now. I'm telling y'all this right now. Put the camera back on. And somebody clip this. Somebody clip this, please, so I can look smart. And at this time next year, the running back from the Chargers is going to be the offensive rookie of the year. I'm telling you that right now.
Damn, over Genty? You got over Genty?
Yes. You want to know why?
What's up?
Because they're going to use him the same way they used Eckler. He's going to run the ball, and that motherfucker is going to catch a gang of passes. He's going to catch a lot of passes in Chargers over there. So he's going to, and I'm going to tell you this right now. And that's see, in the Raiders, Genty's just going to run the ball. They're not gonna throw him the ball like that. But Amarian Hampton, he caught the ball in college.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we play Aaron Jones again this year too. I forgot about that shit.
Actually, we got Saquon twice.
Good.
We got Saquon twice.
Saquon twice. Aaron Jones. Omari Hampton. We got.
He's considered a top back because he was a first round.
Yeah, he was first round pick this year.
Round pick.
Ashton Genty, J.K. Dobbins. I feel like there's an obvious one that I am missing still. There's like an obvious one I'm missing.
Look at the schedule. I mean, last year, bro, we had Derrick Henry, we had Saquon Barkley, we had who else did we have? We had a little bit of everybody.
Both them niggas got off on us too. Oh, Alvin Kamara. Might well count him. He went crazy on us. Let me see. Matter of fact, I think I had made a list of the running backs. Hold on.
Last year was worse, though. Last year was ridiculous. Maybe that's why they're not tripping on stopping the run there. Like, who is more dangerous? Who do you think is more dangerous this year? The running backs we play or the quarterbacks we play?
So I'm gonna read the list off. So Saquon twice, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones, Ashton Genty, Jahmyr Gibbs, and David Montgomery because we played the Detroit Lions, or Marion Hampton, James Conner when we played the Arizona Cardinals.
And he wore our ass out. James Conner wore our ass out. I was at that game. That boy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he went crazy.
That light-skinned boy wore our ass out, bruh.
And then Chuba Hubbard with the he went for like 1,200 yards this year. So Chuba Hubbard, honorable mentions: Cam Scatterbo and DeAndre Swift.
And you play Scatterbo 2 times a year.
Yep. So it's gonna be interesting. But we play some damn good quarterbacks this year, though, because you do play Justin Herbert. You play Russell Wilson twice. You play Jalen Hurts twice. You play Jaden Daniels twice. You play.
And then think about this: you got to put Russell. His ass is going to run, bruh.
Oh yeah, at any age, Russell Wilson gonna take the fuck off. Jaden Daniels too. If we doing it like that, Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts, if we being like that, everybody in your division is gonna take off running. If you talk about the quarterback.
Damn, every quarterback in our division is looked at as a running quarterback, except for our quarterback. Every quarterback. Yep. Wow. And think about this. We had Daniel Jones running 70 yards on us, bro.
I saw that.
76, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, Jared Goff is an alright quarterback. He a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback.
That he don't ever afraid. I'm always gonna be afraid of his weapons more than Jared Goff. I've never been impressed by Jared Goff. Not saying he's not a good quarterback. Obviously, he is. Dude, been to 2 Super Bowls. And he went to a Super Bowl and like 2 conference championships.
Super Bowl and a conference championship.
Yeah. So obviously, Jared Goff is good. People in college. I don't know. If I watched you in college and I didn't have no fear of you in college, then I don't. I'm like, it's like Landlord and Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what you say, it's his ass.
Yeah, we're gonna get over that shit. Shout out to Landlord too, by the way.
Why you do that at Alabama? What about Jalen Hurts? That's what he gonna say. He's gonna say, I don't care. We benched his ass.
We really tripping.
Why you can do that at Alabama?
We really tripping though, Wes. We forgetting about the big one. Patrick Mahomes. We talk about quarterbacks.
Oh my God! Yeah, the running back, the wide, yeah. And so honestly, bro, maybe the Cowboys are on that mindset where the quarterbacks that we play. That probably explains why Fowler's back, bro. You're gonna have to get out the quarterback.
Oh, shout out to Donald Holmes too for the cash app, man. I appreciate you for the love and support, man. He said I agree with the Jared.
Yeah, I know he's gonna slide mine. Go ahead.
Yeah, he said I agree with the Josh take. Yeah, it's not that he's bad. It's just he's not the kind of quarterback that they try to put him up there with Patrick Mahomes when he was with the Rams, and then they saw like, oh shit, it's a scheme. They hurry up and found that shit out. He
better quarterback than people give him credit for, but he's just not. You know what I mean? Like I'm not afraid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that is definitely fair.
Like, do I think the Lions are winning because of him?
No.
I think they're whining because of that two-headed running back schemes and that coach they got over there and that
wide
mentality.
receivers and
That
that
wide receiver.
defense.
That's what
Yeah, like they got everything.
I
Like,
believe. That's what I believe.
because I honestly believe the Lions would be a better a better
Better
team
team if
if
they
they
had a
had
better
Dak Prescott. Yeah, like if you swapped
quarterback.
out Dak Prescott for
If they had a better quarterback.
like if you had a better quarterback than Jared Goff, like a Dak Prescott, you throw over even I even say that Jaden Daniels is a better individual player right now, just based on what I've seen. If you put one of them quarterbacks over there, you will get a better product. Like they already good with Jared Goff and his limitations. Imagine if you had, an all-pro caliber quarterback with those weapons, with that defense, with that offensive line, with those running backs. Like they'd be much better.
Hey, can we before we get up out of here, right? But I want to do something. I want to play a game because you like always
Got
play
time.
games. I want to play a game called the Twilight Zone. I'm gonna throw something in an alternate universe, and I want you to tell me the results of it. Ready?
Okay.
And then you can
I'm
throw
down.
one at me. All right, here we go. Do 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 do. Russell Wilson returns back to his original form as a good quarterback. What does that do for the Giants?
They win the division.
What?
Easy.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
You said if he turned back to
So you
Seattle,
tell me that's all it takes
bro, you got
for the Giants to get back to the division? See, I need to get the.
Do you remember what Russell Wilson was in Seattle? I'm talking about going back to that. I ain't even talking about
He was
being okay.
MVP of the league, goddamn.
Yeah, he was like that. He should have won MVP, but they gave it to a different nigga. That was Russell Wilson. That man threw for like 40 touchdowns, 10 picks. That man went crazy with Seattle at his peak. Matter of fact, just so everybody know, he did that with Brian Schottenheimer. So that's why people are excited about Dak Prescott this year. But point being, like when he was at his peak, he was like a top 3 quarterback in the National Football League. He was putting numbers up like that with Tyler Lockett and Doug Baldwin. Like DK Metcalf was a baby when Russell Wilson and Brian
DK
Schottenheimer
really
came
never
up.
had prime Russell.
You know what I'm saying?
DK never had prime Russell.
Yeah, so dog. So yeah, if he was able to jump into a time machine and go back and get younger, get that athleticism back, get that arm strength back, folks ain't fucking with a picture of Russell Wilson, man. And then they got Malik Neighbors over there.
So then I gotta ask another question. Do you think it's possible for him to get back to that form and have that effect on this
Because Father Time
on that team? Because
if
the Giants have a good quarterback, built the same way the Cowboys are built, we're not outside of the quarterback position. But I mean, if Russell Wilson ends up being a good quarterback, then you know what happens? They don't have a CD Lamb. No, they don't. They don't have a CD Lamb. But the boy they got from LSU's nice. I had to give him a little respect. And then remember,
top 5 wide receiver this year.
And then think about this. And if that happens, you know what I mean? Then they got you know what I mean? So then we have problems at our running back. You know what I mean? I think the Giants running back room is just as good as the Dallas Cowboys.
I'll say the Giants got a better defensive line than the Dallas Cowboys. The Giants got a better defensive line than the Dallas Cowboys because they actually got good defensive tackles. Dexter Lawrence
what about the running back room?
Best. Running back room it's an unknown like the Dallas Cowboys is. It's an unknown because they got Tracy, who's a converted wide receiver that started playing running back, and then they got Cam Scatterboo, who ain't played yet. They got a lot of uncertainty in their running back room, just like we do. But like defensive line, they got it. Because they got Thibodeau, they got Brian Burns, they got Abdul Carter, and then they got Dexter Lawrence in the middle, who is a top 3 defensive tackle in the league. So
yeah. You hit me with one. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of scary. That these Twilight Zones are getting kind of scary because you're telling me that if Russell Wilson can improve, which a lot of people are expecting him to be better than it, because I don't understand why Russell's a good quarterback. But if Russell Wilson's able to get back to where he was, that's going to be crazy because, man, you're going to have a champion in 2 playoff spots. what I'm saying?
Yeah. And listen, the reason I think Russell Wilson, I'm gonna give you one real quick. The reason that Russell Wilson is playing bad football is the same reason that Aaron Rodgers is playing bad football. You're fucking old. You're old. It's nothing. Your reaction time is not the same. Your athleticism is not the same. Your touch on the ball is not the same because you're not used to throwing as an old ass man yet. Father Time is undefeated. That's why even Tom Brady had to go sit his ass down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like the older you get, the worse you get as an athlete. It's the common denominator. Like you get older, you're not as good as you used to be. You might be able to be as good as you once were for a game, a quarter, a drive, but that consistency that you had is not going to be there. It just ain't it ain't in you like that no more. But that's why Russell Wilson is playing bad. He's old.
Fucking old.
You
Go
fucking
ahead, give me one.
Okay, but
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, everybody like that answer.
all
Give
right,
me one.
Twilight Zone. All right.
And you gotta do the theme music too.
Ooh, okay. Repeat of 2016. Dak Prescott is now Tony Romo. The exalted veteran quarterback coming back off an injury, playing in preseason, goes down for 10 games. Do you believe that Joe Milton can have a Dak Prescott sort of run if he was to come in and play 10 straight games for the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, JV boy, I got you after the live stream. Especially if it's about some money. You know, if you calling me doing them live, it better be about some money. Yeah, I mean. But damn, bro.
Because remember,
Let me goddamn it answer, man.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just trying to paint the picture for you. Let me keep painting.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you this. In those 10 games,
they're
he's gonna
91.
win. I'm gonna tell you they're gonna win 8. I was gonna say they're gonna win 8.
Okay, yeah.
You know why?
I'm painting the picture. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why they're gonna win 8 games. It's because in a Twilight Zone world, that's what the fuck happens to the Dallas Cowboys, bro. Like that's just what happens. Like
shit happens.
That's just what happens, bro. Like that's just what happens. Like I don't know why God picks it like that. Where I don't know. Like I don't know. Like my mom says, sometimes God has a sense of humor and you don't get the joke. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, but that would actually make a lot of sense. And I'm gonna tell you why I think that it would be. Because listen to me, there's no film on Milton on the Dallas Cowboys. There's no film on him. So for like the first 5 games, what are you preparing for? You don't know what you're getting from him at the quarterback position. The exact same way that Cooper Rush had an advantage because there was no film on him. Milton's going to have an advantage. Why? Because there's no film on him. So you don't really know what to prepare for until you gets into the game. You know what I'm saying? So then when you get into the game, like I think they can manufacture some simple throws. Like it's easy. Like you mean, because think about this. If Dak's not playing, that means the responsibility to win is not on him. It's not on the quarterback position no more. It's going to be on the CeeDee Lambs. It's going to be on the Perkins and those types of dudes. So I think if that was to happen, bro, like, because Cowboy fans are so retarded, I'm going to just say it. I'm not even going to say trying to be politically correct because y'all are retarded. Some of y'all be talking like this with water coming out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Bro, and you know what's crazy?
What's that?
Because, bro, listen to me. Cooper Rush was winning games scoring 12 points. And Cowboys was saying
he better than Dak Prescott.
He better than Dak Prescott. So Milton is going to be running because he don't throw like that. He's going to get the excitement of the club, of the crowd. Like Boss Cowboys say in Dallas, if you win the crowd, you win the job. You know what I mean? Don't mean you were the best guy. Like I could have went because a lot of times, think about this. A lot of times Dak would be the better guy, but he didn't win the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So if Milton comes in and he wins the crowd, and he black,
hey man,
Dak, bro. Hey, listen to me, Dak. You did it to somebody else. I can only imagine somebody doing it to you. The only issue is The problem that I would have with this happening, because I'm all for a better dude coming in and taking another man's job. I'm all for that. That's life. You know what I'm saying? The only problem is Dak was really good in college, bruh. And he was really good
Heisman
before
candidate.
this opportunities. Milton, you would literally be going off of 10 games. I wouldn't want to chance that.
I don't blame you. And you don't really have a way out of Dak Prescott contract. It just kicks in
None.
this year.
Yeah. So it's like, you know what happens if Milton comes in and he balls? You trade his ass before the trading deadlines. You get another backup quarterback, make the backup quarterback play until Dak comes home. That's what you do. You trade his ass. That's what you do. Some quarterback's gonna get hurt, bruh. Some quarterback's gonna get hurt between now and then. You trade his ass. That's what happens. Hey, that's what you do. That's what you do. You don't continue to play him. You trade him because you're not about to have a $50 million backup quarterback. And think about this, the contract that you had, you know, when you give someone a contract like you gave Dak, you know what you're also saying? We're not going to be looking for somebody else. Because there's not even a way, because what if you go, what benefit does it make for you to go look for another guy if you can't even get him in here? That doesn't make no sense. So the type of contract that they signed Dak on, it is we are good at this position. So for you to come out of that stance on 10 games, like, come on, dog. I don't. Could the Cowboys do it? Hell yes, they would do it because they do dumb stuff all the time, unfortunately.
Of course.
Of course.
Also.
Of course. And I'm going to tell you, if you go 9-1 or 8-2 in them games, you guys will be wearing Milton jerseys. Y'all had the little fake dreads coming down the side of y'all head. It'd be all types of stuff, bro.
I mean, dog, I saw it because, listen, they were tired of Tony Romo. Romo had 2014 and he got hurt in 2015. And when Dak came in and balled like that, you know, they try to throw Tony Romo out like he ain't never did shit in his life.
Bro, listen to me, bro. That's how I know Cowboy fans be full of shit because all this love y'all got for Tony Romo and how y'all threw his ass to the wolves when Dak came. And I'm gonna say it, goddammit, because I didn't even like Dak till week 9 on my mama. On my mama. Everybody, he's winning. I don't give a damn about that. When Tony coming back? I don't give a fuck, man. When Tony coming back? To this day, I will still tell you Tony Romo should have played in that playoff game. On my mama, he should have played in that playoff game. Y'all know I love me some Dak. But I saw how y'all turned on Tony Romo, bruh. And y'all just swear to God and Jesus that you loved you some Tony Romo.
Boy, they like, oh man.
Yeah, you can't say nothing about Tony Romo today.
They got the Dak Prescott, Tony Romo versus groups and on Facebook and shit. Like,
bro, that mess was crazy, bro. That mess was crazy what y'all did to Tony Romo, bro. Crazy, bro.
Y'all even like the nigga he was here, now you miss him. And they gonna do the same thing to Dak, though. Like, oh man, Dak ain't shit.
But bro, I'm gonna give you an example. When we brought in Andy Dalton, before Dak even got hurt, you had bro. I know. I'm gonna tell you.
Profile pictures.
And Eric Kushner. Yeah, I blocked you because of that. You my dog. We cool now if you still watch. You probably watch on a fake profile because I blocked your real one. I ain't never unblocked it. So if you still watching Eric Kushner, what's up, man? We cool now. But yeah, Eric Kushner, you're buying your Andy Dalton jersey. I remember that.
I remember that shit. They had man. They went and they changed they profile pictures. They talk about the Red Rocket,
the Red Raider, bro.
And then Dak Prescott got hurt. And listen, when Dak Prescott got hurt, he was on pace to throw for over 6,000 yards.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. That's why I believe that you can talk something into happening because the nation talked Dak into being hurt, bro. Dak was perfectly fine, bro. All that Andy Dalton fake ass love. They took Cincinnati jerseys and they had graphic art. Listen to me. Now they do you can get an app where you can just change it. But back then, you had to have a graphic artist actually change the color. They was changing the color of this dude Cincinnati jersey, putting the 14 green so he could be in a Cowboy jersey for their profile picture. Yes, they did. They had people with profile pictures of a Cowboy backup quarterback. Yes, they did. And then they got surprised when the quarterback got hurt. Y'all smoking.
And Andy Dalton played like ass. They remember the first game after Dak Prescott got hurt. We played the Cardinals, and listen. We were coming out. We were the best offense in the league. We were also the worst defense. That's why we were 2-3. But we were putting up over 30 points a game. Like we were losing games 50-40 and shit like that. We couldn't even score 20 points with Andy Dalton most of the season. Went from all time scoring offense in Dallas to one of the worst in the league. with a snap of the finger, and they go, oh shit, like we really do need that. And listen, a lot of folks don't remember this, but Dak Prescott getting hurt and Andy Dalton and the rest of the quarterbacks not doing shit with the same team helped speed up Dak Prescott getting that contract extension.
Yeah, he
Remember?
did. It made the Cowboys understand that it wasn't the team and it was him. If Dak didn't get hurt, it's probably hard for him to get paid because they needed to see that. Cowboys need to see that because in the back of their mind, they low-key thought that Andy Dalton was going to be halfway good. They thought he was.
They thought he was. And remember, as sorry as we were in a position to where we could have possibly made the playoffs with a losing record if we had beat the Giants the last game of the season. And he fucked around and threw a game-sealing pick in the red zone trying to stay alive in the game.
Yeah, Kellen Moore did me the same way too versus the Jets though. So 2 years before that.
I remember that shit. He said Henny, White Cotton getting his players. Why? Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say why, but he is because he coached Perrion before. So I'm not mad at it that he's getting a player that he's familiar with. Because he probably believes that he can get the best out of him. But at the same token, I'm mad because they went and got a fucking 3-tech and not a 1-tech, and you cut one of the few 1-techs that you had. That's my issue with it. I'm not mad at a coach bringing in players that they think they can coach up.
Yeah. It just lets you know the direction the Cowboys are going with their team too, though. They're not going to do it.
I need another Twilight Zone one, man. This shit is actually fire.
All right, go ahead, take one.
No, it's your turn.
Oh, for me? For you? Yeah. Okay.
With the sound effects, nigga.
All right, let me think. Let me think. Oh. George Pickens has 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns.
And what that does for the Dallas Cowboys?
What is he a Dallas Cowboy in 2026?
He getting franchise tag. They ain't letting that man lead the building. It's too. Think about how much he makes right now, and then add like the little $21 million to it. Because remember, the franchise tag for the wide receiver ain't nowhere close to what the top contracts are right now. So you would have had him in Dallas for 2 years at an APY of like $12 million. You factor in the $6 million he makes now, the little 20 whatever he gonna make on the franchise tag. Like it's a steal for the Dallas Cowboys to get that player for that little bit of money for 2 years. And if he plays well enough, he might think like, damn, I ain't never did this shit before in my life without Dak Prescott. So he might be a little shook to lead a nigga if he get out there get those numbers up and like I ain't trying to start over. He could go get a bag. It don't necessarily mean he gonna get a bag with another quarterback that can get him that same kind of production. So
and these young niggas don't care about that. These young niggas care about that money, man. Hey, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna tell you that I don't know because listen, you franchise tag him now. You got to pay him the same amount of money you paying CeeDee Lamb for 1 year.
Yeah, it depends on how much the franchise tag is.
How much the franchise tag gonna be? Because them dudes is over 30 right now. There has to be 5 wide receivers over 30 right now.
I think it's like. Let me see. We ain't got to guess. Let me see.
Because what's Higgins? What did Higgins get?
He got 30, I think. I don't know. He got like 28. I think he got like 28 or some shit. I got to look, though. 2026.
You know who really messed it up? Brandon Ayuk. The hell he do?
He made an all-pro team.
I know, but he got this. He not CeeDee Lamb, dog. And Brandon Ayuk is not in the same category as CeeDee Lamb.
Dog.
At all.
Hold on. I know Dak Prescott, man. Oh, listen. Hey, franchise tag is only 23.9 for wide receivers. Well, hold on. It's going to be it's this year. And next year it'll be $28 million. That's still a good ass.
Now, I'm going to tell you this right here.
Still a steal.
That is a steal, but in the Cowboys world, that's not a steal, man. That's not a steal. Go look at what they're paying their second receivers. They're under $10 million.
Not T. Higgins. T. Higgins.
Bro, I know. But what I'm gonna tell you what I think the Cowboys are gonna do with Pickens. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna just let y'all know, and y'all can be mad. They're gonna ball him out this year, and they're gonna let him go get a bag somewhere. I don't even think they're gonna franchise tag him. I don't even think they're going to. You know what I'm saying?
We better hope that we win this year, then.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the Cowboys' mindset is like this: if we found a Pickens this year, we'll just go find another one the next year. trade for a guy for 4th round pick, pay him low. Because think about this. The Cowboys want to get high-end talent without paying for it. The only time that the Cowboys aren't interested in a good payer is what? When he costs too much. So you know who I think the Cowboys are going to, who your second quarterback, your receiver going to be next year? Whoever the Pickens is next year is. Some team that got a second receiver or a guy that they pick, or they pick that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's who's going to be, because that's what they think about it. That's what they've been doing with the second receiver. They haven't even been promoting a dude from our team on this as a second receiver. Our second receiver, they've been going out and getting a guy and keeping him for like 1 or 2 years and then just replacing them. They don't think, and I'm going to be honest with you, that's why Jalen Tolbert's not even getting an opportunity to be a number 2. They're not going to give any, that's a position they're holding to bring a guy in. Because that's what they've been doing.
They did it with Brandon Cooks.
Randall Cobb. Technically with Perkins. Technically with Pickens.
I'm also going to say,
they just got him a different way, but technically with Pickens.
I was also gonna say they technically turned Amari Cooper to wide receiver too. He just wasn't trying to go for it because they told you straight up when they drafted CeeDee Lamb, hey man, 88 ain't no number 2 wide receiver. And then when the targets reflected that, Amari Cooper said, "What the fuck y'all doing?"
Exactly.
But it's like, we drafted him, dog.
And I'm gonna tell you, if Amari Cooper would have been a Dallas Cowboy fan growing up, he would have saw the setup coming. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. If I'm on a team right now and I'm playing wide receiver and they're telling me I'm the man, I'm that nigga. But I'm wearing number 19, you're not that nigga, bro. You're not that nigga, bro. And think about this. Every Cowboy fan would know that. You wanna know why? Because we remember, if you're over the age of 35, you remember those years where there was not an 88 on this team, bro. And it was weird, bro.
It was weird.
It was weird, dog.
It was weird. Cause let me see. It was 2008, 18. We only went 2 years. Like the 2 years of Amari Cooper was your wide receiver. Was your wide receiver 1? Because Dez Bryant left in 2017. You drafted CeeDee Lamb in 2020. They didn't even let it be a long ass low without an 88. That's how you knew the shit was real.
Bro, CeeDee Lamb didn't even want to wear 88. They made him wear 88.
It was like 2 or some shit.
He went number 10, DeAndre Hopkins.
It was 10. Okay, cool. Yeah, I knew it was a different number. I just couldn't remember which number it was, but you were correct. He did not. They like, no, nigga, you was 88.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why everybody's saying, yes, he's a number 1. He's a number 1A. I'm like, bro, he's not a number 1A because there's only 188 on the team. Hey, listen, T.O. was an 81 because he wanted to be an 81. That was T.O.'s number. T.O. was not changing his number. And to be honest with you, that's why the reason why I think that's part of the reason why the Cowboys really didn't rock with T.O. like that either. Because T.O. got released after a really good season.
Yeah, like, listen, every year T.O. was here.
Everybody tried to act like T.O. was stinking it up. T.O. had a all-pro. T.O. one of the few players to get released after a Pro Bowl. Like, that's ridiculous. Dude had like 33 touchdowns in 2 years. Like, him and Tony Romo and T.O. was balling, bro.
I gotta pull this up.
33 point. He got 33 touchdowns from Tony Romo. 33.
I gotta pull this up because T.O. went for 1,052 yards and 10 touchdowns. They cut that man. They released that man, and he had 1,180 yards, 13 in 2006. Then he had 1,355. And 15 in 2007.
And then Henny, think about this. Henny. The game that the infamous, that's my quarterback. T.O. did his job in that game.
Played well.
He played well. He was defending Tony Romo. Tony Romo, when T.O. was crying on the stand, talking about that's my quarterback, he was defending his quarterback. They weren't coming after T.O. They were going after Romo.
Yep, I remember that shit. I remember that. He said, "Yeah, dog." So yeah, that is crazy. But I will say this though: if we had just kept Amari Cooper, and we had explained to him,
he would have been the best number 2 ever, bro.
Ever. Because look what he was doing when he left.
And the thing about Amari Cooper is, like, to be a good career number 2, like at his stage, you have to have a guy that kind of like accepts the position. He accepts the position knowing that there are still good tank, and there's times where Amari Cooper is going to be a number one. Like, that's what you really want. Amari Cooper's like, bro, I can still be a number one, but I'll accept it. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, cause like nigga, the check is still clear. Man, if he played under the same contract that we gave him all the way until this year, he would have just now been a free agent in 2025 from the contract that we gave him. Because when we traded him,
think about this, and he would have still been in consideration to get re-signed.
exactly. With the production that he would have had similar production too. Like, you would have still had 2,000 yards receivers, or he would have had 900 something yards. He would have still been great. And I know for a fact CeeDee Lamb would have still went on that upward trajectory because he, as a player himself, got better. Imagine CeeDee Lamb not being able to be double teamed and he still made the same jump that he made. Because you're not going to double team CeeDee Lamb like that and Mark Cooper over there cooking niggas.
You can't. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If you had CeeDee Lamb on this team when he had his 1,700-yard season, he probably would have went for 2,000.
Well, thank you, Wiz.
He probably would have went for 2,000 because you got to think, one pass he took 98 yards where half the team was on him.
Man,
yeah,
listen,
he would have went for 2,000 yards.
And listen, and Dak Prescott would have won MVP because Amari Cooper would have had another 1,000 yards.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. You know what else would have happened too if you would have had Amari Cooper? You would not know about guys like Jake Ferguson. You would not know about these no-name bullshit ass tight ends, bro. You would not know about them. The reason why you know about these tight ends is because you don't have a number 2 wide receiver. Mm-hmm. That's why everybody's like, well, I don't care, man. I want the Cowboys, like the tight end position is great in Dallas. I want it to go back to it just being normal. You know what I mean? Like, it's too good. Like, I don't want to go into the season, like, no matter how good Jason Witten was, I never went into a season telling myself, man, if Jason Witten don't ball this year, we may not be able to do it, bro. Jason Witten was always good because he was a safety net. He was a safety valve.
Led us in receiving yards is when I knew we weren't a very good team.
And we were not a good team.
We're going for 1,200 yards. Nigga, ain't nobody else.
Yeah, we're not gonna be a good team either.
Man, I used to see because
like the Chiefs, and this I'm gonna tell you, the Chiefs are the only team that have been able to do that, and that's because the tight end they have plays it like a wide receiver. That motherfucker can just block. Most tight ends that can't run block like him.
I'm also gonna throw out the caveat: they first 2 Super Bowls, they still had Tyreek Hill.
Say it again.
They first 2 Super Bowl runs, they still had Tyreek Hill. They just recently started doing that Travis Kelce shit where he the number 1 guy.
Oh yeah, that just started happening here recently because when Tyreek Hill was on the team, he was their number 1 receiver.
Exactly, and then even then they
even went and got the Worthy kid. They went and got Isaiah Worthy, so it's not like they want him to be their number 1. It just that's how it turns out.
Xavier Worthy, DeAndre Hopkins. Rasheed Rice was they leading receiver.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
They done had a butt. Listen, they got Hollywood Brown too. They had Hollywood Brown last year. He there this year still. So like even then they had a wide receiver core so deep. Like they may not go for 1,000 yards, but they're gonna be a couple of them boys to go for 500. Juju was like he missed the game. If he hadn't missed the game, he would have went over 1,000 yards the year they won the Super Bowl against the Eagles. So like they've kept wide receivers around to try and ease that burden, but still, it's not like it's only Travis Kelce over there. It's never been only Travis Kelce.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. Something else that the people don't pay attention to. The Chiefs, even though they throw the ball, they've always tried to get out of throwing the ball because they've always tried to bring running backs. Like, bro, they had Kareem Hunt when they was doing that. Kareem Hunt was a damn good running back. He was one of the better running backs in the league at one point. And he was a young running back. Then they drafted the boy from LSU in the first round. So it's like, but he just didn't do anything. But it's like, even though they're known for Patrick Mahomes, they're trying to get out from under that.
Isaiah Pacheco. They got a wide receiver this year, Rashad Smith from SMU. Rashad Smith. So
that's what I'm saying. Like everybody be trying to say, oh, they got Patrick Mahomes. Like, yeah, but that's not really how they want to be built, though. That's just how it happens. But that's not how they want to be built. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to get up out of here. I gotta go get in this practice real quick.
Handle your business, man. It's good to have you on here. If you ain't doing nothing tomorrow or something, hell, jump on the show with us.
Yeah, look, we need to just do a whole Twilight Zone show.
I'll build the motherfucker. This shit being really entertaining. So I think I'm gonna just build one. We can have the slides and the scenarios and shit.
Because I like it because it's like it's the Twilight Zone is always things that could really happen, but just didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like
And it was
this could
scary.
really, yeah. Like, and that's what makes it scary. Because I'm like, bro, time out. You mean to tell me that if Russell Wilson can return back to his form, that the Giants have a legitimate chance of being one of the better teams in our division?
Yup. Like crazy.
Because they gonna have a top 5 receiver in that boy, the LSU kid, because he's nice.
Malik Neighbor is so gangster, man.
And then think about this: the year before him, they took another boy from Tennessee, but I don't know whatever happened with him.
He's sorry.
They still got him though, right?
They still got him.
His name is Hodges or something like that, right?
Jalen Hyatt.
Hyatt there. Yeah. He a speedster though.
Yeah. He just a deep threat guy. He hasn't put it together. Maybe he never will, maybe he will, but you know.
Hey, but let's do it. I'm with it. Let's do a Twilight Zone show.
I'm down, man. Send me the ideas you want, man. I'll build them. I'll build it.
And we can have a little music and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like in an alternate world, what would be? You know what I mean?
Oh, real shit. Hell yeah, we'll do it just like that then, cuz.
All right, man. Love you, man. Hey, you already know what it is. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick too. If the Milton kid don't work out, the Browns gonna have a quarterback for sale in next couple months.
Yeah, they got 50 of them, so they got
Bro,
to release somebody.
They got Flacco, Watson, Shador, and Gabriel.
Yep. Might be missing one. They super deep at quarterback. But yeah, man, love you, cuz. And
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I know people ain't gonna like to hear this, but I would think all 4 of those quarterbacks are probably better than our backup quarterback right now.
Damn good, but it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I gotta see a little bit more, Bo. This is why I really look forward to preseason, because we're gonna get to see Joe Milton them play. So we'll see Joe Milton play, we'll see Shador them play, and shit, we'll know a little bit more at that point.
Hey, you're gonna see all your running backs play too. It's probably not Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders might not even be on the team by then.
I know that's what I say. I don't know if Miles Sanders is gonna make the team. I think your starting running back is not on the team yet.
I wish they traded for James Cook, but you know, I can live a pipe dream.
Or even go get Chubb, man. I don't care. At this point, go get somebody. You need a thumper, bro.
You know, Chubb signed.
Oh my God, he did.
Houston Texans. They got him and Joe Mixon.
Wow.
Oh, I forgot about Kenny Pickett. Yeah, you know, the Browns got Kenny Pickett too.
Damn, so they gonna cut one of them. One of them quarterbacks gonna get cut before they go to camp.
Boy, they got to. They got 9 of
Because there's not enough reps for you to take 5 quarterbacks into the practice. There's not enough reps. There's not enough time, and they're not gonna have a 5th string team. You don't even have a 4th string.
Yeah, they gotta do something. Oh, well, shit. His shit cut off. We gone then. God bless America. God bless the Cowboys. We out.